Last week, we went over how to turn these numbers into our place value charts. And we also learned how to use our pictures to turn these numbers into picture form. This is called standard form. Standard form are just the regular numbers that we see every single day. When we put them in the chart, that's called our place value chart. And when we draw pictures, that's called picture form. Today, I'm going to show you how to make numbers into expanded form, which is basically just one really big addition sentence. Let's start with the number 153. This is the number in standard form. When I put this into my place value chart, I know I always start with the ones place, and I have a 3 in the ones place over here, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw my 3. Then I have my tens place. I have a 5 in my tens place, and I have a 1 in my hundreds place. So now I have the number 153. I'm going to go ahead and draw the pictures that go along with my place values. So I have 3 ones, and 3 ones is always just the small cubes. So 1, 2, 3. I have 5 tens, and my tens are always in sticks. So I'm going to draw 5 tens. And I have 100, and my hundreds is always in squares, so I'm going to draw 1 square. It doesn't have to be perfect. So now I have 153. It matches my standard form over here. I have 153 in my place value chart, and I used picture form to represent my numbers. Now I'm going to show you how to put it in expanded form. When we look at expanded form, we have to keep the right order. So I'm going to put my hundreds first, my tens, and my ones. I have to keep the right order and put them in the right place. Now I can start writing my numbers in. When I bring down my hundreds, remember that I'm not just going to write the number 1 because I have 100. So 100 means 100. Over here. Now I can bring down my tens, and I'm not just going to bring down the number 5, I'm going to bring down 5 tens, which is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 down here. And now I can bring down my 3, and I know that that's just 3 ones, so I can actually bring down my 3. Now I have 153. 153. And 100 plus 50 plus 3 equals 153. That's how we turn our standard form into picture form and expanded form. Let's do a couple more examples together. I'm going to grab my eraser and I am going to erase my drawing so we can do a couple more together. Let's do, grab my pencil. Let's do 284 now. I'm going to first start by putting 284 into my place value chart. Let's start with my ones place. I have a 4 in the ones place. And I have a 8 in the tens place. And I have a 2 in my hundreds place. So I'm going to now draw my picture because I have 284, I have 200, 8 tens, and 4 ones. So now I can draw my picture. Let me draw 4 ones, 8 tens, and 2 hundreds. All right, so now I have 284 as 2 hundreds, 8 tens, and 4 ones over here. And now I can bring down my numbers, and I have to make sure that they're in the right order. Always make sure they're in the right order. Remember that the first one I'm going to bring down is my hundreds, but I can't just write down the number 2 because it's 2 hundreds. So I have to write down 2 hundreds. Then I have my 8 tens, but I can't just write the number 8 because this stands for 80. And now I can bring down my 4 because that stands for 4. So I have 284, that's 284. 284. 284. 284. They all match. My 284 in standard form, my 284 in my place value, and my 284 in expanded form, which means 200 plus 80 plus 4 is 284. Let's do 2 more examples. Let me go ahead and grab my eraser. And we can go ahead and do the next one, which is 327. If you want to, you can pause this video and grab a piece of paper and a whiteboard so that you can follow along with me if you want to work with me. If not, you can go ahead and keep watching. But if you want to do this with me, you can go ahead and click pause and go grab your things. Now that we're going to go ahead and keep doing 327, the first thing I'm going to do is put my 7 in the ones place. Now I can put my 2 in my tens place and my 3 in the hundreds place. So I have 327 as 3 hundreds, 2 tens, and 7 ones. Let's go ahead and draw our pictures. We have 7 ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 tens, 1, 2, and 3 hundreds. Remember, it doesn't have to be super perfect. All right, so now I have 327. My place value matches my standard form, and I have my pictures to go with it. Now I can start bringing them down into expanded form. So remember, we're not just going to bring down the 3, we're going to bring down the 300s because the 3 is in our hundreds place. So we're going to bring down 300. So we have 300, 2 tens, 320, right? So this is 20. And we have 327, so this is 7. So now I have 327. It matches my place value, 327, and it matches my expanded form, 327. Now I can do 300 plus 20 plus 7. It's 327. All of my numbers match now. My 327, it matches my place value, and it matches my expanded form. We're going to do one more together, and then you will be off on your own. Let's do this last one together. It's 481. Let's go ahead and put it in my place value chart. We have 481. It matches 481. That's 4 hundreds, 8 tens, and 1 1. Now I can draw my picture. I'm going to draw 1 1, 8 tens, and 4 hundreds. All right, so now I have 4 hundreds, 8 tens, and 1 1. 481, 481. They both match. So now let's bring them over to our expanded form. I have 4. Am I just going to bring down the number 4? I hope you said no, because I have to bring down 4 hundreds. So I'm going to bring down the 4 hundreds. Am I going to bring down just the number 8? I hope you said no, because this is 481. So I'm not going to bring down just the 8. I have to bring down the 80. So we have 481. Now my standard form 841, it matches my place value, 841, and it matches my expanded form, 481. 481, 481, and 481, which means 400 plus 80 plus 1 is 481. And that's how we do our standard form, our place value form with our pictures, and our expanded form. This new form we just learned is called expanded form. And remember that expanded form is basically just one big addition sentence. That's all it is.